Coronation Street. Fans fear Theo's obsession is spiraling. Is Summer his next target? Tensions are constructing at the cobbles as Coronation Street enthusiasts start to suspect that Theo Silverton may also have set his attractions on a brand new goal, and all symptoms are pointing to Summer Spellman. What commenced as moderate jealousy has speedily advanced into something some distance extra unsettling, as Theo keeps to show controlling behavior over his boyfriend Todd Grimshaw. Now, with Summer innocently moving into their space, she may also unwittingly come to be the following casualty of Theo's growing temper. In latest scenes, visitors noticed the cracks widening in Todd and Theo's romance. The couple had deliberate a romantic time without work together. However, the one's plans have been speedy derailed while Summer, armed with a spare key and a package of college books, permit herself into the flat unannounced. To her, Todd is sort of a second father, a person she feels secure with. But to Theo, her arrival felt like a violation. Theo's inflammation changed into palpable. He masked it at first. However, while Summer casually ruined their time without work through settling in for an exam session, the resentment started out to simmer under the surface. Later, Todd gave Summer a much-wanted pep talk, encouraging her to wait Bernie and Dev's wedding ceremony no matter her anxieties, approximately strolling into ex-buddy Nina. Meanwhile, Theo waited impatiently, pushing Todd to go away for lunch, definitely suffering to cover his disdain. It changed into in the course of that lunch that the cracks virtually started out to show. Theo attempted to salvage their day with a sushi date offer. However, Todd, ever unswerving to Summer, insisted he had to be there for her instead. "I assume I need to spend extra time with Summer. She's now no longer in an extremely good place," he stated, earlier than speeding again to work, leaving Theo bloodless and frustrated. Back on the flat, the anxiety changed into close to boiling point. Theo back to discover Summer nonetheless without problems curled up on Todd's sofa. She attempted to be friendly, even invited him to enroll in her and Todd for a comfy night of pizza and telly. But the smile on Theo's face did not attain his eyes. "I'm now no longer genuinely keen on takeaway pizza," he stated curtly, and while Todd ultimately arrived with the meals and a bottle of wine in hand, Theo determined he'd had enough. "No, I assume I'll visit the pub," he introduced with a pointy edge, strolling out earlier than both of them ought to forestall him. "From my perspective, it is now no longer pretty much jealousy anymore. This feels personal." Theo sees Summer as a risk to his manipulate over Todd, and that is what is virtually concerning. Viewers have already visible Theo try to pressure a wedge among Todd and his closest connections, which includes a hectic caution to James Bailey. Now, his consciousness seems to be transferring to Summer, a person Todd has continually fiercely protected. With Theo developing extra possessive through the day, is he on a course of self-destruction? Or is something darker constructing under the surface? It's the type of slow-burn storyline Corey does so properly: the quiet controlling behavior, the diffused manipulation, the unstated anxiety. But the huge query remains. Will Todd realize the risk in time, or will Theo's obsession damage the relationships Todd holds maximum dear? One thing's for certain: the cobbles are approximately to get an entire lot bumpier. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more movie spoilers next week. Goodbye and see you again.